Hi everyone, I'm Wendy and this is Show Me Mo Vegan, where I make easy, whole food vegan meals. And this week is Thanksgiving week, which is one of my favorite times of year because I love eating food. So I do plan to make a what I ate in a day for my whole food Thanksgiving. But I'll need a little bit of time to edit that, so stay tuned for that in the next couple of weeks. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already, so you don't miss that video. But in the meantime, I wanted to take a look back at the summer once again. A couple weeks ago, I shared a video showing all of the beautiful produce that I was getting as part of a CSA. And so this is another one of those weeks, and this time I had taken pretty much everything I got that week and threw it into one dish. So it makes it really super simple and easy. And as with all of my recipes, you can mix and match, swap out ingredients to use what you have or what you like. These are just templates and ideas to get you thinking about what kinds of different meals you can have. So nothing has to be exact. You can play around with it. I hope this is just some inspiration for you for your next plant-based meal. So here we have all the fresh produce that I got, and I'm basically using all of it for this recipe. I'll be using the leeks, the bell peppers, the yellow wax beans, both the zucchini and summer squash, some basil, ginger, and the cherry tomatoes. The first thing I do whenever I get my CSA home is I wash all of the produce, and some of it I'll go ahead and chop and prepare. So here's everything all prepared. I have the leeks there that have already been chopped, so they're ready to go. And up in the upper right-hand corner, I also have some millet, which I'd already pre-cooked. I cook my millet in the Instant Pot, and it comes out perfectly every time. I use a cup of millet and 1 3/4 cups of vegetable broth. I set it to cook at high pressure for 10 minutes, and then I just let it natural release and then fluff it just like you do rice, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to use this to make a millet salad, and you could also use quinoa or really any other whole grain would work as well. So first I have the yellow wax beans, which I've just cut into little pieces, and I have it in a steamer basket over some water. So I started steaming that for a few minutes, and then I'll add the zucchini and summer squash, which I've chopped up, and I didn't want to overcook this, so that's why I'm adding it a little later. I want to keep it nice and crisp. I probably steamed everything all together about 10 minutes. But you could do this as long as you like, depending on your preference. And then meanwhile, I also have the leeks sautéing. So I am oil-free and I don't use oil for any of my cooking. You don't need oil to sauté. You can just use water or vegetable broth whenever anything starts to stick. After that sautés for a few minutes, I will add some ginger and garlic that I've minced up. And then I'll cook that for a few more minutes before adding some of the red bell pepper that I diced up. Next, in a large bowl, I'll start combining everything. So I have the millet that I pre-cooked, and now I'm adding those sautéed veggies. After that, I'll add the summer squash, zucchini, and yellow wax beans, and start mixing everything together. To flavor it up, I'm starting with some balsamic vinegar, and I don't measure anything usually, so I'm just going around the bowl a couple of times with that. You can use as much or as little as you like. I'd probably say I used a couple of tablespoons of the balsamic vinegar. And next I have some Dijon mustard. I'm probably using about a tablespoon of that. And then I'll use a little bit of date syrup to sweeten it up, and probably just maybe about a teaspoon of that, not very much. But again, you could add more or less to your liking. Then I have a whole bunch of fresh basil that I just cut into ribbons, then some of the cherry tomatoes, which I've cut in half. So I'll start to give all of that a good mix, and then I also wanted to add some chickpeas, so I'm adding those in, and then I'll mix everything up, and that's basically it. It's pretty much done. This is great to eat warm or cold, so you can eat it right now. And I just ate this throughout the week. Usually I just took it cold right out of the refrigerator and maybe add some pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds for a little extra crunch, but that's it. A super easy and healthy, beautiful meal. And that week I also had some leftover peppers from the previous week. So here's a picture of my CSA from the week prior, and I had gotten all of these jalapeno peppers and shishito peppers, and it was more than I could use that week, so I decided to pickle them. I don't do a lot of pickling, but I found some really simple instructions online, and I basically just heated up some water and vinegar, and then I threw the peppers and some garlic in there, and then just stored them in some jars, and it was delicious. This is one fun thing about joining a CSA because you get all kinds of different produce that you might not always buy on your own. I usually don't buy tons of peppers like this, so when I had all of these peppers lying around, I had to come up with something, and it turned out really delicious. I hope this gave you some ideas for your next plant-based meal. Hit the thumbs up if it did. And again, stay tuned to see what I eat as a whole food vegan on Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.